And what I would say to the committee or anyone else is if we played any of these teams that are on the edge or getting in, would we be the underdog or would we be the favorite?
Oh, Nick Saban. It's not a good look when you're whining, bud. I gotta be honest. But we gotta talk about it. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Hightop Sports. I'm your host for the evening, Shelton Walker. Make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe if you're brand new here, you like what you're doing. And let's talk about it because the playoff selection is tomorrow at noon and we got to get right into it. We don't have much time to discuss, to debate, to argue. Who should it be? Should it be TCU? Should it be Bama? Should it be Clemson? All right, boys. So Nick Saban took after the SEC game to make his point, to say, hey, the guys that are on the outside looking in, could they beat us? Great question. That's an old-fashioned way of kind of like letting them say, like, look, there's no shot in hell they're going to beat us. We could do that. You know we're the better team. And to a sense, I don't disagree with what he's saying. But Saban, you got to win the games, bud. You didn't win. Now, I do want to say a few things, okay? Because everyone's talking about strength of schedule and the two losses that Bama lost were on one play. I couldn't agree more. In a sense, TCU's one loss was on a one play. So in that regards, they eliminate each other. They eliminate each other. Okay. The second thing, strength of schedule. TCU has a harder schedule than Bama. TCU's ranked 19th, while Bama sits at a smooth 25 in strength of schedule. I saw one argument saying that TCU's out-of-conference schedule was much harder or easier than Alabama. Bama played Monroe, Utah State, Texas, and Austin Peay. So outside of Texas, wasn't that tough. Now, TCU's was two nobodies in SMU, so I understand that. But the Big 12 was healthy this year. Healthy. Now, I have a question for you that everyone's kind of looking over because everyone's trying to compare the likes of TCU and Cincinnati. Some are, some aren't. But if this was an Oklahoma or a Texas, would we have the same question? I understand Texas and Oklahoma, they had a much out-of-conference harder schedule, but they still played in the Big 12. So outside of the out-of-conference, they still play in the same conference. Bama has always had a pretty weak-ass out-of-conference schedule. So honestly, I don't support that argument because Bama's always coasted out on an outside-of-conference weak schedule. Okay, this is the first year they threw Texas in there, and it was a little dicey for the boys. Okay, so my question to you is, if this was Oklahoma or Texas, would this conversation even be happening? Would Saban come out and say something that disrespectful and kind of just shit on TCU like that? I got to be honest, hell to the no. They wouldn't. Because if Texas was in this kind of conversation, we would be in outrage. We would love it. It would be great for college football. Texas is back. If Oklahoma was in it, Oklahoma's been just sliding in over the last 4 or 5 years. It would be normal. But TCU, a school we're not used to, all of a sudden pops off. We want to question it? You can't. If you're going to put a one-loss, if you're going to put a two-loss Bama in over a two-loss USC who made it to a Pac-12, you're going to penalize a team that went to a conference championship and lost. I don't like it. I don't like it. I've got two options here. I want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think should happen. I think it's going to be 50-50. Here's what I think, and this is what sucks. I don't want TCU in it. I got to be honest, because TCU, as much as it's great for college football and it's fun and it's exciting, we really don't want to see TCU just get railroaded because it's going to make a college football playoff that first round be like, we knew this was going to happen. But you throw Ohio State and Bama in there, you got the Big Ten versus the SEC and let the dogs get it on. Boy, buddy, let's get it. Show me some blood. I'm all here for it, okay? TCU just doesn't excite me. Now, if TCU somehow pulls the hell off and gets a W, I'll be wrong. I'll come back on here and say I was an idiot. If TCU makes it and they win the whole damn thing, I'm like, you're right. That was my bad. I should have known better. But they're not going to. They're going to get absolutely clapped by anybody that they play. So it's not going to be fun for college football. As much as we love the heroic story and the 12-1 TCU team from Texas, the Horned Frogs getting it done, no, you don't want to see it. You really don't. You want Bama in there. You want Ohio State in there. You wouldn't mind if USC somehow squeaked in over those schools, but you don't want TCU. But the other side of me believes that TCU, based on how the rules play out, deserves to be in. It's just the fact of the matter is. And that's why, look, I think expanding it to 12 is great because this conversation kind of goes by the wayside in the future. But for now, you can't hate on TCU. They've had a harder schedule. If you're not going to penalize other teams for losing, it's happened in the past for losing. It happened last year with Georgia and Bama. Georgia didn't get penalized for losing the SEC championship. I don't think you should penalize a team that played an extra game to a team that lost two games to two teams that aren't even ranked ahead of them anymore. Bama, look, as much as I would love for you to be in there, I don't think you deserve to be in there. You had your chance. You blew it. Don't whine about it. Don't be begging to get in. You should have earned it. You didn't earn it. It's going to be fun to see come noon on Sunday. We're going to be live. We're going to do a live show, so make sure you guys tune in for that. Hope to see you guys there. I know it's late, so if you're watching, you're up with me. I love it. Good to see you. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We'll see you soon. See you.